Lord bless you.
Amen, sir.
You said that something to be corrected.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
That is making the Celestial Church to members to misbehave.
Yes, sir.
Because whenever you see any Celestial write-up anywhere, any day, they will be telling you Celestial worldwide.
Yes, sir.
Genesis will be saying Celestial worldwide.
Yes, sir.
Then Davis will be saying Celestial worldwide.
Yes, sir.
All the Nigerian shepherd who did not have visa, who did not even know the airports, who has not been, even did not have passports, they will be telling you in the church that Celestial is worldwide.
Yes, sir.
There is no Celestial in China. There is no Celestial in Tanzania. There is no Celestial in many places, even in Cuba. There is no Celestial there. Are they working to make this church broad-based that can go around everywhere?
Somebody called it, said global, sir.
No, it's not global.
I said Genesis global.
No, Genesis cannot be global.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the meaning of Genesis? The beginning of everything.
Okay, sir.
That's what Genesis really means.
Okay, sir.
And that's why the Almighty God places in the Bible. He said in Genesis 1, the Lord said, let there be light, and there was light. That was the formation of everything. All the thing we have today is very clear and okay for Shofar to say Celestia is a Genesis global. But the humble man, the honorable man said, I'm not the owner of the church. It was given to me, that's why he said, Ojo Agbara no ti Osodo. That's Ojo Kale. Ishele Lagogo Meta also. Everything timely. But when you go and ask Genesis, how it come about Genesis, you will not be able to explain to you. Because he started by saying they want to be doing praise worship. That's all. You know, anything that you started with trick, and before they advised him, they canceled the church. You know, there was a time they brought him to that place with handcuff. You know, a man, a young boy who did not know the position of a married person. He said he was making love to the woman in London, but he never knew that the woman has even given birth or was married.
No, he said
that. No, that's what he said.
Okay, sir.
So how can you say the man is global?
Sorry, sir.
Even of recent, the wife that was living around the Bible, they just used police to arrest some people this year. And then when you look at all these things, how can you call Celestia global? You took Celestia to hotel, you took Celestia to every bad thing. How can you carry Celestia to the hotel? So just come to, not to transgress, my brother. So, yes, Celestia is not worldwide.
But in your book, you said the church, Celestial Church of Christ, is sent from heaven to give healings, breakthrough, deliverance, victory, blessing, peace to the world.
Yes, sir.
That is the loud boast of salvation given to Reverend S.B. Joshua to set people free from bondages and worship God Almighty and be a heavenly candidate.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So when you look at it, it's just very simple, sir.
And then you now say today, prophets, shepherds, evangelists are building more parishes within and outside Nigeria for their own selfish interests and to loot from the treasury of the church. That celestial doctrines do not permit prophets, shepherds, evangelists to marry more than one wife, commit adulteries and fornication, but they learn all these bad habits from their biological father. Is that what you are saying, sir?
Yes, sir.
Because it's in your book 2018 that has round up now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So when you talk, I was just trying to correct the worldwide.
Okay, worldwide, sir.
Even in Jakarta, in Indonesia,
yes, sir,
we've never posted anybody there. It was only Taiwo that was in Japan before. A shepherd from Ondo town. Yes, his twin brother is in Washington, D.C. So he's the only one just trying managing, maybe he can pull weight in Japan. So when you look at it, my brother.
Yes, sir.
And when you look at all the people who call themselves general overseer, pastor in Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
It's better we just wait for the Lord to come and arrest them.
What do you mean,
see,
sir?
When you look at starting from Adeboye. Adeboye was a student. From there he graduated. After finishing graduated, he lectured at the University of Lagos for several years.
Yes, sir.
Then later, after the death of the man,
you mean working there, I mean?
Yes, there's a dilly-dally between the wife and Adeboye. So then he now said he has the calling.
No, they said his name was...
he said he has the calling.
They said his name was found in the Bible, mistakenly.
No, he said they put the paper because the man who wanted to die put his name. So is it the person to succeed him or what? But since all this day, they need to have printed that book because they're an historic paper. You can see they are telling you. They are all liars. Adeboye, Oyedepo, Abiara, synagogue, all of them, they are liars. They are all liars to the core. And they will suffer before they go.
What do you mean?
You know what happened?
Yes, sir.
You know what happened?
Yes, sir.
When you look at the Bible, in the book of Genesis 1, verse 5, Leviticus 1, verse 1 to 3, then Leviticus 9, verse 4, then Genesis 2, verse 23. Then when you look at Genesis 3, from verse Genesis 3, 6, 7, 8, he said, Adam, where are you? How do you think the man who created you will not know your name?
No, that's impossible, sir.
Yes, sir. When you look at the calling of the two sons of Zebedee, right from the afar, the Lord called their name. Look at the prophet in the book of 1 Samuel 9, from verse 6 to 13. It said, Saul, the son of what? Kish. The camel that got missing has been what? Has been found. Called by name. Exodus 1:18. He said, Moses, I'm sending you on what? On an errand. You got the point?
Yes, sir.
God cannot call Adeboye. Adeboye like where to stay after retirement. Then, Winner Chapel, they were looking for where to stay. Because if they set up a company, they will not flourish. Because they were afraid of what people will tell them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Then when you look at Joshua, when he was living with a Yeju, they were all here now.
Okay,
Yeah, he was living here as an apprentice.
Okay, sir.
Then it was from there, from Joshua to Mitokwe, then the man at Ketue pick up his own debt.
Ketue?
Yes, that is Ogbogbo Gbala.
Oh, the Ogbogbo Gbala man.
Yes. Then when you look at when Babangida was still there, Evangelical Church of Yahweh said he's the best prophet in Africa after downloading internet.
No, that's the great.
No, after downloading internet.
Great private.
When you look at the boy at Ibadan Road, who called himself Guru Maharaj, he was in the airport stealing perfume from the conveyance belt. These are your leaders. Then when you look at Yudahuza, he said, my God is not poor. If it is 10 kobo, 5 kobo, bring it out, and I will take it to God. Does he have the account of God? Does he know how to go and contact God?
That's
and these are our you call these also our forefathers? Or you call this our father in the ministry?
Father in the Lord, sir.
They are no father in the Lord. They are father in the lost.
No, Lord. That's what
lost.
Okay, lost, sir. Okay, sorry, sir.
You see, somebody can be busy for nothing. And somebody can be busy for guilty.
For guilty, sir.
Yes, they are busy for guilty.
Busy for guilty,
for
sir.
Guilty.
That's quite interesting.
And when you look at busy being the meaning of busy.
Yes, sir.
Being this meaning is being under satanic yoke. If anybody should tell you that he's busy, tell him to change his mind. What are you doing? They say, oh, I'm busy. Tell the person just change.
Being under satanic
yoke. And you can be busy for guilty. For guilt. And look at the other time. The Lion of Judah is everywhere in Nigeria. Every 3 weeks revival.
Yes,
and look at Aganaku. Look at the other man from Celestial Messiah. How can somebody be calling himself Messiah?
This is the Messiah.
And you are 54 years old, you have 54 a child. And the mother is the Olori Ogboni in Akure. Then anytime they are doing the night, all the Ogboni will come on Friday. Then they will do Iriwuya, Ayabu Ayato. And when you look at all these things, and when the Lord waded into the matter, he solved the problem without inch.
Solved the problem out.
Without any headache, without carrying anybody along. When he decided to make love to his friend's wife. But that one has warned him before. Anytime, all these things you are doing to all these women, don't try it on my wife. I tried it.
Mistakenly tried it, sir.
He didn't mistakenly, he knowingly tried it.
That's the Messiah.
You say somebody who made love to other person's wife mistakenly. It takes two to tango, my brother.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir. Because I saw his eyes just went there, sir, in the church.
What kind of eye was there?
Okay, sir.
You see the punishment of the one of David in the Bible?
Oh, yes.
When you look at 2 Samuel 11, 2 Samuel 12, and 2 Samuel 23 and 40 and 31, he was punished. He said, thou must. And when you look at 1 Corinthians 10, from verse 4 to 11, he said, we must learn not to fornicate. Because some people have made this mistake in the Bible, and 23,000 died in a day. I wanted to give you this video or this is what you're asking me today, so that Nigerians can be enlightened for 2019.
Okay, sir.
2019, they should prepare their mind and go to farm and leave the church alone, because the Lord said He will never live in a house built with brick and block.
No.
If you buy a fridge or generator to a church,
yes,
you are wasting your money. It's better for you to take it to your maternal father. You know, I told you somebody can be busy for guilt.
Yes, sir. Busy for guilt. You first said busy for nothing last year, but now busy for guilt. So because 2 weeks ago, the eminent Bishop Pastor Jaffa was in America, and it was said that he said people that should come and pick white handkerchief. He needs, I think, 15 or 17 people that come and pick one handkerchief, 19 people, handkerchief for $5,000, so that they will never be in problem in any ramification. And I think these are prophetic handkerchiefs, sir.
Richard Jaffa has no pen, he has no tool.
19 handkerchief, prophetic handkerchief for $5,000.
Richard Jaffa is not a prophet. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Okay, sir.
They are using the name of the Lord in vain. He's part of those people who EFCC ought to have arrested. You know, they caught them with money in South Africa.
And it's his private jet.
No. They caught them with money.
Yes, a lot of money.
And even he cannot even impregnate a woman. They use egg.
Millions of dollars, sir.
Uncle, all the baby he has there is not his own baby. They should go and do the DNA.
Are you saying Jaffa?
He has not seen the face of the Lord before. In their houses, they serve voodoo. He's the only one left because he's only misbehaving now. People die when they are 40 years old in his house, they will die. He was the only one that break the chains. So he isn't supposed to be behaving like this. He's behaving as somebody that's mentally unbalanced. You know, they will be looking at him on the telly. What do you want to do with handkerchief?
No.
Can anybody add? He said nobody can use prayer,
yes, sir,
to add one day to his life. When you look at the book of Isaiah 59, Isaiah 55, Isaiah 43,
yes, sir.
Then when you look at the book of Job 3,
yes, sir,
from verse 10 there, then Job 18, Job 19, Job 20, and Job 24:8. He said everything there. Then when you look at the book of Job 4, from verse 4 to 8. Then when you look at the book of Hosea 4, Hosea 8, only one for budget. She won't get out your dummy. These are just roadside ghost workers. The real pastors will come when the new Nigeria come. We are expecting the new Nigerians. These people will go with all this one. This is the time Adeboye said his God is not poor. The Hausa said God is not poor. That was why he carried iron to the church.
But even Pastor Samuel Dide also blessing Ogudu. He has been delivering people.
Yes,
he also sell handkerchief.
Even the old church is counting now. He's going home and abroad. Now you know he's running away from death. Death is pursuing him everywhere now.
You mean that great pastor?
There's no great in Iron.
No, Pastor Samuel Dide.
He was the one that killed his secretary and buried inside the altar.
Ogudu, that big church.
My brother, go there and see what is happening.
He
said, I know my people.
How can there be pursuing the prophet too, sir?
He said, I know my people,
yes, sir,
and my people knows me. Then when you look at about names, those the Lord employed, you know them by their name.
I'm disappointed.
No. When you look at Genesis 2:19, Genesis 4:26, then Genesis 16 verse 18, yes, then Genesis 17:15. Then when you look at the Apostle 4, then go back to the book of Isaiah 42 verse 6, Isaiah 43:1-7. Then he's telling you all this about calling. He called everybody by what? By the name.
By their name.
By their name. But God never know Richard Jaffa. God did not know Abiara. God did not know Yedeko. God did not know even the man who said he's the owner of Redeemer. Nobody can redeem anybody. Nobody can redeem anybody. And look at all those ladies now, they cannot marry. For 50, for 59, 60.
They are waiting on the Lord, sir.
They cannot wait on the Lord when they cannot perform, when they cannot what? See their period again. What type of waiting is that?
That's what.
But the wife you have in your house, is it still waiting for God for now?
No, sir. But
why you are too callous? Why are you talking like this?
I think the pastor said they are waiting on the Lord, even through Daddy Gio and Daddy.
Oh my God!
That's what I'm saying. They have programs.
They are not waiting for the Lord. They are wasting the life of these people. They are wasting the life of these people.
I'm disappointed, sir.
Sir, they don't have anything to offer them. What do you expect a car, a brand new Jeep that has no headlight, and you say you want to take it to Benin? You kill it up people on the road.
I mean, from Lagos to Benin.
To Benin by 8 o'clock. Then 8 o'clock in the night, that you are heading towards Benin. You are heading towards Doom.
Maybe divine driving, sir.
There is nothing like divine driving. How can somebody? How can be? What do you mean? That's not like divine driving.
It's bad, sir.
So when you look at it, they just waste their time and their life. All the pastors perform badly during Goodluck Jonathan's regime.
No, they
and even now during this Buhari regime too, they were not feeling the heat.
No,
nobody is bringing big money to their churches again.
Is angry, sir.
No, nobody is bringing money and nobody is trying to. Nobody is what? Doing those ones. We're talking about the calling.
Yes, sir, the
of
calling.
All these Nigerian pastors.
Yeah, and the churches, sir.
When you look at it, they did not have good calling. But they have forgotten that church is the next bus stop to heaven.
Church is the next bus stop.
The next bus stop to heaven. It's not a place where somebody's supposed to fumble. I do tell the celestial members. I tell virtually everybody. You see, where you saw me here today.
Yes, sir.
I've been here since 3 days.
Yes, sir.
Sitting down here.
And we'll be seeing a lot of people coming.
Last year, I don't think throughout the last year, I didn't take breakfast. I didn't take lunch. Even some dinner, no.
Why, sir?
Because the work sent me is enormous. And I have to finish it. There was some of my members asking me, sir, why don't you go and rest? I said the person who empowered me, who sent me the errand, will empower me.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I don't have time to. You see, if the Lord call you, there are 4 things that people will see in you.
Okay, sir.
They will see you carrying the emblem every day. Defending your father's house in heaven. Then when you look what Jesus Christ said in the book of John 2:1-5, he said, "Woman, why don't you allow my time to be up before you ask me to come and what? To come and change water to wine." But later he prayed. Then when you look at the book of John 8, then John 9, then Mark 8:4-10, John 6, from verse 6 to 14, he was trying to tell us. Then when you look at the book of John 11, from 1-4, John 11, from verse 21 to the end. Then when you look at Acts of the Apostle 3,
yes, sir.
in Acts of the Apostle 23, from verse 10 to 16.
Yes, sir.
Then when you look at the book of Philippians 3, from verse 10 to 14. Then when you look at Philippians 1:6-10, Philippians 2:1-5, he said, "He amongst you who has started this good work, you should try to follow it until the last day." The work they cannot send my father is what he sent me. And I have to execute it very well. I have to do it well.
But are you not tired, sir?
I cannot be tired. I'm not the one. Because the man walking inside me. When you look at Exodus 15 and 16.
Yes, sir.
When the father-in-law of Moses, Jethro, came, he said, "Won't you kill yourself with this lengthy job?" He said, "It's the Lord that's empowered me." But when they now said, you know, some people will greet me.
Yes, sir.
Shut up. In context of bad at everybody bad at Jenny. In context of what do you talk about here, Jenny? In context of Ademola Shomorin, Tibo Monfi Yoga, and no Papa here. Because I don't let you do it. And don't let soon. Because I went to the 7. Only anything by Selimo, can you soon? And he said this, I went to the 6. Everything. And then when you look at it, he said, "You will never go tired. I will strengthen you."
Like an eagle?
Yes, sir. So when you look at it, and you must know whom you are working with. When you look at the book of Luke 10, Luke 9 and Luke 8.
Yes, sir.
In Luke 10, he said, "I am the true vine. I am the Jesus Christ you're supposed to see on the gate." I didn't mean these people pass through the gate. They ought to have seen me. But because they did not pass through the gate, they came through the window. That's why they are now thieves and robbers.
Oh, you mean the church?
Yes, they came through the window.
Some of them came through the window?
Yes, even in the Pentecostal, they came through the window. Somebody like Adeboye came through the window.
They jump in through the
window. Oyedeko came through the window. All the people you are referencing today, they came through the window. They did not see Christ.
So how do we know those that came through the door?
Those that came through the door, when you look at Samson in the Bible, when you look at Stephen in the Bible, this came through the door. In Acts of the Apostle 6, Acts of the Apostle 7 and 8, he said, "Let us pick somebody that has good what? Good behavior, good character."
Yes, sir.
Then the Lord fell on whom?
Stephen.
On Stephen. Then when you look at the book of Acts of the Apostle 13 and 14, he said, "Let's set Paul and Barnabas for the job which I have called them." Then you must know these people have the matter. Then when you look at the book of 1 Samuel 16, 1 Samuel 17, 1 Samuel 16 says, do you have any other children that is not here? He said, yes, in verse 6, 7, 8 of 16. 1 Samuel 16. He said, what is his name? He said, the name was David. He said, he will never stay one place. He is always busy for what the family will need. At the end of the day, he said, okay, we will not sit down until he comes.
Until we bring him.
Until he comes. They were standing. And nobody phoned him. Nobody messaged him. But the Holy Spirit has messaged him. He brought him back. He was anointed that day as a king. Then when you look at the book of 1 Samuel 17, from verse 45 to 50, he now said, in that 45 to 50 said, I have not come to fight you, Goliath. I came with the name of the Almighty God. With these 5 stones, how many people? He said we should not call his name in vain. Between now and 2020, head will roll for those that call the name of the Lord in vain. In Celestia, in Pentecostal, in anywhere in life. Ojú ló kàn àfà tó ń tẹ yẹ̀pẹ̀, olè ló fẹ́ jà nítorí pé òun fún ara ẹ̀ tó ń tẹ yẹ̀pẹ̀ ni. Mo lójú ló ń kàn àfà tó ṣe kí ni?
Ó ń tẹ yẹ̀pẹ̀ sà.
Olè ló wà ń jẹ. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So the callings matters.
The calling.
If you look at all these people, they were being called by the Hausa. Look at Redeem today. They send them to pastoral college after having no job, and they are cultists. You remember in Redeem, somebody killed the wife there?
Jesus.
Because the wife opened the room he's supposed not to open. That was about 15 years ago.
But like private.
That man was still in jail till tomorrow. And then is number 4 in command to the man. Yes, they are all cultists. Nothing go for nothing there. They know themselves. Even the general overseer knows what he belongs. You remember the other time when they said they were scrutinizing the pastor of all the redeemers in Immorality. What the GO saw was unbelievable. The Fupa, look what happened in Egbeda some time ago. That was last year. They brought the pastor there, Redeem, who siphoned all the money he made in the account. Then the treasurer and everybody said they call a meeting, Edan's meeting. Then at the end of the day, when they were doing the meeting hall, he stood up and bring out his body. Yes, inside it.
Red label.
No,
red label, sir.
He said, this is it. Anybody who sees his body touched will go crazy and mad.
My Lord Jesus.
And all the pastors and all the elders, they flew to the window.
Through the window, sir.
They flew to the window.
How did they wound themselves, sir?
That is what is happening there till tomorrow. It's everything about money, 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 money. When you look at the book of 1 Timothy 4 and 5 and 6, 2 Timothy 4, 5, 6 again, he said, and 1 Corinthians 12, 1 Corinthians 13, is there anybody who wanted to become a pastor or a bishop? He said it's okay.
Yes, sir.
But he must be a man of good character.
First, sir, good character.
Good character. And somebody who can take care of visitor. What? Reverse is the case
Take care of visitor.
Reverse is the case now. They cannot even take care of themselves. They wanted to let us know the richest pastor. The richest pastor. He has announced himself. Oyedepo said he's the richest pastor in Africa.
Yes, sir.
After stealing from virtually everybody. This is a man.
This
is a man who cannot take care of his wife when they newly married and send his wife back to the in-laws' house again. And then you look for recent when his brother wanted to use what the Lord gave him as his private part to destroy the whole church. They posted him to somewhere when he was accusing his brother how he attacked secretary and everybody in the church there.
That's the great Pastor Gideon.
No, that is winners.
Okay, sir.
That Pastor Gideon, his brother.
Yes,
yes.
Yes, sir.
They are the same thing. The same gym. They can sex somebody to death.
Maybe they are gifted, sir.
They cannot be gifted with the thing of Satan. They are not gifted. They are just bad. These callings are not correct.
I'm surprised, sir.
These callings are not correct. Then when you look at what we are facing in Celestial today, it's still the same thing.
In the Celestial food.
Yes, we have fake shepherd, fake prophet. You know, since 1983, 81, 83, when all these shepherds you are seeing today, they said, are you a prophet? He said, no. They gave me the four corner to be sleeping with it. Then later, they start taking it to the service, taking it to the office. No, they were wearing it to the office. Then later, they were now taking it to the church. Then later, they now bought Amori. I got to Alimasa some time ago. The Baba John there, who was the leader, was putting on four corner.
Four corner? And it's not the prophet, sir.
He's not a prophet. It's not a prophet.
Why are they abusing it?
Exactly. We have the celestial body, we have the terrestrial body. Then when you look at all these people who call themselves pastors today or shepherd today, they are all because of job. They were just trying to look for what to put in their stomach. And when you look at the book of 1 Corinthians 15,
yes, sir.
1 Corinthians 15 verse 40 to 41, it says we have the terrestrial body, we have the celestial body.
But
and when you look at the book of Romans,
yes, sir.
Romans 13, 14 and 15, then Revelation 3, 1 to 5, he said this, they have soiled their clothes before. They have soiled their clothes
before.
As the Lord is passing through the political arena,
yes, sir,
it will pass through the church this year.
The church this year. On the first.
On the road, he will be killing them on the road. He will be killing them on the bed.
The bad shepherd.
He will be killing them inside their room.
The bad
killing them yes, the bad shepherd. Killing them where they went to go and do their mate another man's wife.
In the hotel room.
They all have Charlotte everywhere.
It's
the same cloth the Redeemer used to go and preach on Sunday. That we used to take a lady to the hotel.
The suit, sir.
The same suit. It's only Celeste that will still get to him and take it off. Because when you look at the book of, he was trying to tell us, anything you want to do, look at the Celeste abroad now.
Yes, sir.
There was a time in London, Toro was sent package from the Hatton Street. I just sack him and throw him away. Then he met Prophet Marcus, who prayed for him. Then Toro decided to go and set up church in Luton. Then after he set church in Luton, he forced me to come to Luton. I went there. Then when I got there, I said, where you put your church now is a dry land. Nothing can happen here. Go to a place that is surrounded by water, provided don't fornicate. He said he will not. Then that's how he got to Dublin. But he was telling everybody now that he was the one that brought me to Dublin. How can you bring a prophet to Dublin? How can you? So automatically when we got to Dublin, he was in Dublin. When they were doing harvest, when they were about doing harvest, he stole money. The harvest money that they contributed. Afolalu, Olu, Wale, all of them.
Why?
He stole the money.
Why, sir?
So after stealing the money, I now said, whoever touched the money, that money, don't worry. I knew who took the money. But let us pray. The hand that he used to take the money will be cut off before he leaves Ireland.
My Lord.
Then after 4 years, he involved in an accident. One of his stump cut away.
My Lord Jesus Christ.
What the Lord said came to pass. This was the same Toro whom they said you should go and buy something for me in the store. I said, what do you want for send off? I said, I want Bible. They gave him money. He pocketed the money in his pocket. What I bought for myself was what they present to me. Are all these one pastors?
Hi. Is it under anointing that this is happening?
No,
sir?
This is under red oil, not anointing.
Red oil, sir?
Yes, oil palm on their head.
Jesus.
They are busy for guilt.
Busy for guilt, sir.
So when you look at this type of people, he's still there. Rather for them to deport him back to Nigeria, to come and be serving retirement here, he's still going there looking for pounds and euro. Looking for doing church by force. Even setting up a website by force. He wanted to have a Facebook or something by force. He's still there. Now he cannot see with his two eyes. Taking government money since all these days.
How did he happen?
Then they're going everywhere with binocular or a lens. So when you look at all these things, all these ones are not helping the issue. They are not helping the issue. Then he wanted to remove the Afolalu. Those ones are working. The wife is working, the daughter is working, everybody is working. But nobody works hand to rope. He's living from hand to mouth. Then when you look at Wale, when he was crossing people from Belfast to Dublin, doing illegal things, then they are picking all these are the shepherd we have abroad. Then when they want thousands in our head, they want things. Then by now, Baba in London supposed to be coming home. The whole elephant and castle. You are above 80. Why don't you come back home? But he wants the in-law to be shepherd of elephant and castle. He wants his daughter to be treasurer. He wants them to be all these things.
Because of
when are we going to have the group people to power to just work on these things? Then when you look at the Celeste, look at London, look at America, look at this man here, Bonaji Johnson, yes, and then John Adebayo. Look at the magazine here.
Yes, sir.
Then you know that when the wife of Bonaji Johnson, drove him away. When the woman who left John Adebayo,
Yes, sir.
now is the wife of Bolaji Johnson.
How did it happen, sir?
Because they don't bother for anything dirty.
Is it from veranda
They
to
settle
bedroom?
for less. Then this, before he became the husband of the woman, he has been in the basement. He begged to live in the basement, but he's not in the basement again now. He's already in the bedroom.
On the bed, sir.
As a promotion, devil promoted him
to the bedroom, sir.
These are the Celestial Church. These are the members.
Diaspora.
These are the people we have in America. Then when you look at what really happened now, there is one African store, Radio African store, in America. There is a man they call Superior M.O. Akande. He took the wife of that chairman of that in Dodo Williams Church. He took that woman's wife. He took that man's wife.
How did he do it?
There is nothing. That's why I said Joseph Olorunsola needs to be deported. Because they are doing something very, very terrible there. And then when you get to the Tampa, Florida, it was the same thing. When you get to Tampa, Florida, when they are having harvest, they are now sharing hotel for loose ladies. They peer them, everybody will just, you see fornication everywhere. They say when you sleep with a woman, you have to stay away 3 days before you enter the altar. Yes, but these new celestial people, they don't listen. And they cannot listen.
From bed to the altar?
From the bed to the altar. Even the woman are even trying to want it when they have seen all those rubbish things. The woman is even trying to be a preacher in America now. Some parties sometimes they go in New York, they say women are reading lessons. They are doing all these things because wọ́n ti pe igbe orí wọn àkùkọ ó ti pe igbe orí ẹ̀ ó ní kì í ṣe iná fún kọ̀lọ̀kọ̀lọ̀. So but the time is very close. Time shall tell. They will pay for it. Then when you look at Dodo Williams, they call a meeting. They call a meeting that we heard that you are befriending this man's wife. He said no. But later now, he took the man's wife and went to somewhere around Maryland to go and set up a parish. And they are still inviting him to come and preach in California. Those people are doomed. They are doomed people. They are done for. They are spoiling the name of the church every time.
Celestial Church.
Yes, all the time. That's why I'm telling you. Don't call it worldwide. How many wives, how many ladies did Tosho has even climbed in Celestial Church? Has made love to.
He's lucky to have that for sir.
When you look at it,
yes,
because
sir.
He has a free money. Yes. He was the one that went to Shagamu to forge a certificate. Then when you look at his own father, maybe you know, and look at what happened in Calvary Parish now.
Okay, sir.
They said the message was around Calvary Parish now that all the prophets should go to the tomb of Ogun Ayeja. Ogun Ayeja, who was a motor boy, who was a driver. They said they should go and start talking with his spirit. And it's in the Bible here, in the book of Jeremiah 20:10. He said, don't cry. You see? In the book of Jeremiah here, he said, these bad people, they will be doing Abisa. What do you mean by Abisa? He said, the person that has died cannot come back to the place again. This is what he said. Jeremiah 22, verse 10. He said, weep not for the dead, nor burn him. Weep bitterly for him who goes away. Therefore he shall not return no more, nor see his native land. What type of prophet? What type of bad prophet is around that place? Was it not that place the other day where they said the wife of the people inside the altar, they were stealing meat in the Korea? Rather for them to contribute money, they were stealing meat. And then the chairman that even arrested them is already dead. Is there any sanity there? And they bring the son of Oshofa, Ebenezer, what do they call it?
It's bothering, sir.
Bothering. They brought him there. Then he was leaving. Now he was removing AC. Removing AC from the house, taking water bed away.
Jesus Christ.
This is what you have not contributed. This was the very man.
Jesus.
This very man who called his father that he was worshipping a serpent. He wanted to join Chashimoro in those days.
To start Pentecostal church?
Yes, in that time. Now what is he trying to do? They've posted him to Abuja again. Maybe he wanted to go and contest for House of Assembly or regional diocese there. These are people who have never taken anybody to Babish before. They have never even taken, of recent now, there's another trouble in Abeokuta. We have some mushroom shepherd. Prophet took a pregnant woman to the forest. They caned that lady to death.
Jesus Christ.
That was last December.
Why are they caning her?
They said they wanted to remove Ogbanje from a pregnant woman.
Chase Ogbanje from
They are now in the police net.
In detention.
They are now in the police net because they believe nobody can arrest them. They believe nobody can arrest. You remember what happened here? When Bada was still alive, I just said was still alive. A woman who has a church around MJ here.
Yes, sir.
A woman, a celestial woman who built a church that used the hands of some of his clients' daughter he burned their hands saying that they are wish boys, girls, so that they can confess.
Which?
It happened here. It happened
them.
It happened maybe a bit small then.
Yes, sir.
It happened about 20 years ago. And when you look at all the great people we believe we want to see, Olabaji married the daughter of Obada, married the wife of Bada. Then when you look at Boroboro, all what around Boroboro is about money, money, money. All about Genesis, money, G-Wagon, Range Rover, everything. Do we need car for this job? How many cars did Jesus Christ use? How many cars?
None.
So we should try before we talk about the Pentecostal. Let's talk about ourselves.
The Celestial
half of Celestial Shepherd in Abokuta, in Oyo, in Oshun, they are herbalists. They are herbalists. When an Ogun State man joins Celestial Church, it's a second title. Their first title is just what? It's just Ifa. None of them come from Abokuta to Lagos without not having Ifa plates. We could remember those days. One senior evangelist altar in Ikorodu Road. When they were altered, he said it's senior evangelist altar.
And that altar is like a very...
No, when they were taking his cups, he died in Ikorodu. When they were taking his cup to Ikorodu for burial, the Ogboni people hijacked it from them.
Jesus.
Yes.
My Lord.
The one that just died here now in South Africa, they contributed terrible dollars for their church, for this man, the man at Ilepo just died in the mortuary, Sanko Jimmy.
Yes, okay.
They were just doing the church money. Sanko Jimmy arrived there as a church secretary. He toppled everybody and used voodoo and this and that. Just like what Olorunshola did in Maryland houses. What we did in America. He stole money from UBA. He ran. Even when he was running, he didn't carry his children. Then later when the Allah found everybody, that was even he consulted those days, they cannot do it. He goes to America. He was playing prank. He was using everybody's head to knock each other. Then he now wanted to be the president of Celestial abroad. And when you look at the Remiri, he made his client, those people came to the church to wear shoe to the altar. That's a Remiri. Those are the elders there. We're supposed to bring all these people back home. A Remiri, Abasa, Adepoju, a Diale, Phillips. And that they're supposed to come back home. I was at Dr. Oshokoya. He was taking me to Tampa. The woman he has inside his car was his matron. They've made a lot of love to the daughter, to himself. What are you talking about?
Enjoy the wife,
enjoy the woman and the daughter. I then called him inside the car.
Sexual leisure, sir.
I said, come. What do you think you are doing, this man? The Lord will visit you before 2020. The Lord will neutralize your brain and put you back to the hospital. And they will be taking care of you like a baby. He was thinking I'm joking. And it happened.
It happened, sir.
It happened.
How many years?
He's still there. He cannot even walk alone. He was just shaking as if like jelly. They were just there, busy for guilt.
What of the woman and the daughter now?
They were just looking as a film. You know, woman can put you into trouble and just run away.
The woman?
There's nobody woman cannot tempt. When you look at Ecclesiastes 7, from verse 21 to the end, he said, I found something very dear and dreadful.
Than death?
Than death is a woman.
Hey.
All these people are not bad. Look at all this governor. Look at Ambode's on the other day.
Yes, sir.
Rather for Ambode to even checkmate and chop and then come to the press and say sorry to Nigeria, to the Lagosians, when the wife was busy misbehaving. But he cannot do this. He didn't do it. And look at where he was today. And look at the NUT some days ago that they fought about 3 days ago.
Yes,
some are under Tinubu, some under Ambode. But when Ambode tenure is over, what about the one under Ambode? Will they be able to operate again?
I don't think so.
Then when you look at all these things, the calling you are talking. The calling you are talking. It's not the best. It's not the best.
Now